What's going on, everyone, and welcome. Today in the arena we are playing Dimir Doomsday in standard best of 1. The deck revolves around the namesake card Doomsday Excruciator, which is a 6 mana 6/6 flying demon that says when this creature enters, if it was cast, each player exiles all but the bottom 6 cards of their library face down. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card. The idea is we want to cast this card, have it enter, and then not only tear away our deck to the bottom 6 cards, but more importantly, tear our opponent's deck down to the last 6 cards, and then follow it up with a planeswalker known as Jace the Perfected Mind, which has the ability -X, target player mills 3 times X cards. So ideally, we play Doomsday Excruciator, follow it up with Jace, target our opponent with the -X ability to have them mill the rest of their deck, then we'll pass our turn and have them draw from an empty deck, which means we win the game. With Doomsday Excruciator being so intensive on black mana, 6 black pips in total, and then having to follow it up with a planeswalker, we're going to have to get to the late game. So how do we do that? We have to destroy any strategy that our opponent puts at us. That could be creature strategies, control strategies, anything. It's kind of all over the place. So we want to have a good mix of removal and hand disruption while being able to get through our deck to find our combo pieces. So let's go through the rest of the deck. We have Cut Down for smaller creatures, Duress for hand disruption, Locust Spray that can snipe a little tiny creature, but it can also cycle to get us through the deck, Anoint with Affliction, Go for the Throat, Sheoldred's Edict, Malicious Eclipse for smaller creatures along with token strategies, Deadly Cover Up, which doubles as a board wipe, and also a combo removal spell for any combos that our opponent is trying to pull off. But then we also have Harvester of Misery, which doubles as a creature to help us get damage in case we need to win that way, the old-fashioned way, but it also has that Massacre Worm effect of dealing -2/-2, or giving -2/-2 to all the other creatures. So it handles token strategies and small creatures as well. We are only running 2 Doomsday Excruciators because we don't want to have multiple of them in our hand. That is the worst feeling of this deck when you're playing it. So we cut it down to 2. We have seen decks like this that have run 4, but we have it cut down to 2, and that's all because we have the new sorcery out of Ether Drift called Stock Up. It's a 3 mana uncommon sorcery that says look at the top 5 cards of your library, put 2 of them in your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. The fact that we can look at 5 cards at a time, pick 2 of them, will help us tremendously find our combo pieces, but also find the perfect removal that we need to get to that late game. We also have the classic Mazemind Tome, good 2 mana artifact to help us scry and draw through our deck, and also gain a little bit of life against those aggressive strategies such as mono red. Since the deck is heavy on black mana, 6 black pips, as I mentioned, not to mention a majority of the deck is black mana, we want to make sure that all of our lands tap for black. So we're running 8 swamps to make sure that our Gloomlake Verge is turned on to where that can tap for black as well. But then every other land will tap for black mana. In case we cannot find the Jace Perfected Mind, we do have Restless Reef as well to act as a man land that can also mill our opponent as well after playing the Doomsday Excruciator. So this kind of acts as another win con to help us mill our opponent's deck to get them to that empty 0 cards in deck that we want them to have so we can win the game. Overall, fun deck to play, works very well in the ladder. Give it a shot. It doesn't really require too much of the new wild cards. Doomsday Excruciator does, it's kind of like a cliche niche card, but it is only 2 copies. So nothing too intensive for wild cards. Overall, just a fun deck to play. I hope you all try it out, and I love it. I hope you love it as well. Please remember to like and subscribe if you feel that I've earned your like or subscription. Let me know in the comments as well. What do you like about this deck? What do you dislike about the deck? Is there any card that I have missed that would make this deck a little bit better? I would love to hear it all. Feedback, criticisms, let me know. And with that being said, let the Doomsday commence. And as always, be awesome. K1S. Let's see if he has prepared for Doomsday. Yeah, we can keep this. Got some hand disruption on turn 1, a little bit of removal. We get to try out the new Stock Up. Let's go. Alright, let's see what K1's up to. Ah, mono red. Well, let's get rid of one of these monstrous rages. Boros. We're going to try and take advantage of this Locust Spray. Let him use his mana first. We'll take a hit. Got him. So optimistic. Alright, we're going to go ahead and crash this off. No, we can wait till next turn. We'll do this first. Assuming here comes the Manifold Mouse. No, he does nothing. He doesn't want me to kill his mouse. Keep that on top. We're going to go ahead and pass the turn. We'll keep stock up for maybe next turn. This will allow us to draw and have Anoint with Affliction. Cut down is beautiful. Yeah, we'll keep Jace on top. I think we can just go ahead and do this. We'll keep Jace and we'll keep I think another stock up. We'll go ahead and kill this now. Main phase. So when I get caught by any of their instant speed shenanigans. That's a portal. Comes another optimistic scavenger. We'll go ahead and scry, get this out of the way. Yeah, that's pretty good. We will keep that. Alright, so we'll do a stock up now to get a land. We do want to make sure we have an untapped land, which unfortunately we don't find. So we're going to grab the Restless Reef and we'll grab Mazemind Tome for some life gain later. We'll play our land and then we have Anoint with Affliction. Again, we'll go ahead and do this now on this. Yeah, so he's going to make this mouse pretty big, so we're going to have to find removal pretty quickly. Luckily, we're going to be gaining some life from this Mazemind Tome. There's our Executioner. Yeah, so if we do this now, so typically what we want to do is have Jace out, have him protected, and then before we activate him on the following turn, we play Doomsday Executioner to exile everything. But I think what we can do now is go ahead, get this out, have a blocker, and then we can just play Jace and win the game. And when I say blocker, I mean one that cannot block the menace creature that they have. But it's all good. We got to play Jace. We get to minus Jace. And he concedes. K1S was not ready for our Doomsday and our one creature that can block menace creatures. Not really. I was being foolish. Deshmos, are you ready for the Doomsday that is impending? Opponent goes first. We got some removal. We have our combo. We got to find lands and stuff, but I think we keep. And hope we're not up against mono red. I don't know, mono red might be okay. Now we're playing against some type of control strategy, probably. Blue-green. Up the beanstalk we go. It's gonna scry. Scries to the bottom. You seem to be really in the tank on that one. Another beanstalk. So part of me wants to play the Jace while he has an empty board. But I think we can keep up the removal for anything he wants to play. We don't really have a way to really take advantage of the drawing cards for Jace, so we'll keep him in hand. I don't think we're in any rush. Yep, searching for lands. Or possibly a creature. Got a land. All right. We got the Tolarian Terror with Ward 2. Guess what gets around Ward? All right. So now he has 6 cards in the graveyard. Well, I think we can just chill for a little bit. I think we can just chill. Six mana. I don't have much to do. If he plays another Tolarian Terror, then we're just kind of... Well, I guess we do have the Ward too. Or go for the throat. Yeah, we'll pass. There it is. Another up the beanstalk. Well, let's go ahead and get rid of this now. There's our land. What are the chances that he has a way to get rid of my Jace at instant speed or anyway? Let's go ahead and play him. We're just gonna plus him. We could probably just draw a card, but I think just the extra loyalty might be worth it as an insurance policy. He has a 1 mana spell that he can play. Now the best possible thing is Jace sticks and he taps out for all of his silly beanstalks. So let's have him play another beanstalk and like another Tolarian Terror, something. Tap land is good. He scries to the bottom. Dimir Crab. He has 3 mana available. He's drawing 3 cards. Go on, play something else, opponent. We're going for the win next turn regardless of what he does. Slide a hand. Two more mana. Is he going to go to discard or play something? He's thinking. He's looking at everything. All his choices. He returned it back to my hand. Got it. What are the chances that he runs some type of counterspell? Oh no, let's play it. No attacks. He's deep in thought. Bushwhack. Okay. So now if he counters my Jace, he just put himself, yeah, he's just putting himself in a situation where he loses if my Jace doesn't even resolve. I think he's trying to kill himself. Hey, sometimes if the Doomsday is coming, you just want to off yourself before it offs you. I respect it, Dejmos. What's up, Smalls? Did you hear about the impending Doomsday? Alright, so we have 2 good pieces of removal, depending on the deck that they're playing. We have stock up. This hand is better while we're on the play, but I think it's okay to keep this. That's unfortunate. Take a cut down. Hard mode engaged. Unholy Annex. Get the Restless Reef down. He left me go for the throat. Yeah, let's go ahead and put stun counters on it. Alright, we're not drawing a card now because he's playing discard strategies. That's good. We're going to go ahead and draw it, and then we'll play it to get rid of this slasher. Slasher down. Alright, we got a 6/6 black demon to take care of now. That'll take care of it. We're gonna go ahead and pass turn. Another slasher. Man, Affliction would have been great against him. Alright. Draw a card. Let's find our stuff, please. Deadly cover up, A. Anything I want to get rid of? No, not really. We'll go ahead and draw a card now. Because anything we draw, with the exception of Doomsday, we'll be able to play. Edict. Okay. We have the answer to Slasher now. And all future Slashers. Let's hope he doesn't play some type of Discard spell. Nope, he's just passing turn. Let's go. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna hold on to the Restless Reef because wait. Never mind. We can go ahead and play it. All right, let's go and do this. This takes care of all slashers. We can do 3, 4, 5, and 6. We can see what's going on in his hand. And we get to play the Mazemind Tome. Okay, so I hope he plays the bat on our swamp. That'd be hilarious. Alright, let's get those. Anything else we need to worry about? Nope, just the normal stuff. Alright, opponent's combo is dead. That's fantastic. Go ahead and play our tome. And come on, opponent, play that bat. Play the bat. You get to see my swamp. You know, if he doesn't draw demons pretty soon, he may just kill himself. Which I'm all down for. You know, we've already had someone kill themselves for the impending Doomsday. Unfortunately, we don't have the other piece. But we'll keep it. We're gonna go ahead and draw a card. See what we draw. Harvester of Misery. Let's go ahead and play that. Do I want to play that? Maybe. Not really. No. So, here's the thing. I could play Doomsday Excruciator. Restless Reef helps us win the game. But the problem is that he has Sheoldred's Edict, Go for the Throat, and possible other. So yeah, let's go ahead and play Harvester of Misery. See if we can rip some of these cards out of his hand. We're not going to play the Swamp. In case he plays like a Hopeless Nightmare. I'm not sure if he had Hopeless Nightmare in his deck. Okay, so there's Edict. That's a creature for him. Alright, here we go. So, if we play this, 4, 5, 6. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to activate this as well. But let's draw a card first. See if we find removal for the Archfiend. We do not. But next turn, he's going to have to deal with 2 Restless Reefs. He has 1 Go for the Throat, which he might use on this thing here. Let's do it now. I think we got this. Because also, he's drawing extra cards with his Unholy Annex. So if my calculations are correct, he will run out of cards first. There goes the Go for the Throat. I think we are peachy at this point. Yep. Yep. Activate. Activate. It has cut down protection. Attack. Triggers. Trigger. Mill, baby, mill. Alright, we'll pass turn now. I don't care if you take the damage. Go ahead, Smalls. Draw your card. This is how we do it.